Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are, and welcome back to the latest episode of the My Coach Ben podcast. This month, we'll be looking at something without which we truly lack direction and focus. And without this, we'd also have no idea of what it is we actually want to achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, in this episode, we'll be unraveling the topic of goals. We all know that oftentimes at work and definitely in personal life, we set goals and for some reason or another, they fall by the wayside and nothing comes of them. So it does beg the question, why bother? Well, this is what we're going to look at this time round. Stick around and we'll find out. Remember to like, subscribe and press the notification bell and tell your friends and fam, as my son calls it, in order to continue to grow the community. So thanks very much for your support, and remember you can find the blog which is on Facebook, Instagram and X. Let's begin with a good old definition, and to follow is going to be the definition as given by the Oxford English Dictionary. So the first definition is to do with sport, rugby or football, which of course we won't be focusing on, at least not today anyway. We're primarily concerned with the second definition, and that is the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. He achieved his goal of becoming the King of England. Well done, Charles. The destination of a journey, for example, the aircraft bumped towards our goal some 400 miles to the west. And another example, a point of marking the end of a race. So therefore, a goal is defining a specific achievable objective that you aim to accomplish within a certain period of time. It identifies what you want to achieve, actionable steps to reach that objective, and it sets out deadlines in order to track your progress. A goal is to help you provide clarity, motivation and direction in your efforts, and of course to accomplish some meaningful tasks and objectives on the way to doing so. In the workplace, I think we've all heard in the workplace the term SMART to do with setting goals, which is about specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time-bound. Well, in this episode and on this occasion, in fact, I'm going to take a slightly different view. And I'm going to look at a model which I learned in my coaching diploma, and this is called the cigar model. Now, as it may sound, this is not where you define a goal and simply sit back, light up and relax. This is actually an acronym which I will explain as follows. Firstly, C is for current. What's the current situation? What is it that needs to be improved or changed? I is for ideal. What's the ideal situation? What would it look like in an ideal world? Let's look at it that way. G is for gaps. And this is where you have a look to see what actually needs to be done in order to move from the current state to the ideal. And actually, this is a very good way of defining goals, because one thing I've learned as a coach is that often people actually define goals that aren't very suitable for them. So this is a good way to actually nail down what gaps you have and what steps you need to take in order to achieve that. And these gaps will actually help you to define some appropriate goals. The A is for action. So what steps will you take in order to achieve this goal, or the steps that you've identified in the gaps process? And this is where, as we say traditionally, how do you eat an elephant? Chunk by chunk. And these chunks will be the actionable steps that you take in defining, or at least trying to reach your goal once that's been defined. And lastly, but definitely not least, the R is for review. And we all recall this, there's this chart, isn't there, where they have a kind of current and they have a goal and there's a line, and the reality is kind of like this. which I think most of us can identify with. And the R, as I said, it's for review, and this is where you make regular checks to see if you're on target to reach this goal. And sometimes, as is always the case in life, things do need a little bit of a tweak here and there in order to get things moving or to keep things focused and on track. So as usual, from the coaching perspective, what I'm going to do is to give 5 questions which can help us stay focused on goals and define goals and to see how effective these goals are. What goal or goals have you established for yourself, and what progress have you made on your journey to achieve them? Second, how have you prioritized these goals, and which ones will you focus on the most? How have you defined that? Third question, have you considered the potential or obvious obstacles and challenges which may stop you from achieving your goals, or at least hinder you and delay the achieving of these goals? And fourth, how can I track the progress towards these goals? So how often and what are you going to do in order to check and to see how well you're doing? This would be the review in the cigar model. And last, but again not least, how can you visualize and outline what success looks like for you in terms of reaching or achieving the goal or goals that you've set? So in essence, goals do matter. They are crucial, and it is important that we set them. It enables us to maintain a certain focus and a motivation. And of course, it gives us something to believe in and something to aim at. Without them, it is easy for ambition to fall by the wayside. And what often happens with goals is that there aren't regular periods of review and reflection in order to make sure that things are going according to plan or plans. So I'm going to wrap it up there, guys and gals. Thanks you very much for stopping by. I'm going to finish coughing now and get myself a drink. It's been much appreciated. Please do remember, like, subscribe, and press the notification bell so you know when the next one is going to be available. And of course, follow the blog on Facebook, Instagram, and X. So again, thanks very much for the support. It's much appreciated. And until next time, take care of yourselves, guys. Peace. Your Coach Ben.